Live. We are live. We are live. Happy
Oh yeah,
Tuesday. Almost,
beautiful.
almost May.
Mm,
How was
almost.
your week?
Man, busy man. I had to give a training today on personal development. So
Oh,
yeah, so it went pretty well. It was good, but
oh,
it's been a long, busy day. So
okay, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I did no work at work today
must be nice.
on purpose. Um, I did all work for my own business. Oh
Hey,
man. And getting this together and excited about our talk today. Had to bring out my red wine for this one because I know it's going to be a good, juicy conversation.
okay, okay.
I'm hoping our other co-host joins us soon. I didn't know where he is. Oh, Justin Thornton, the man with the plan. I don't know where he is, but I want to go ahead and get started because we do have some guest panelists coming on today. And hi, little Adrian. He said he wanted some screen time.
Mm-hmm. You acting shy.
So I know we discussed a few weeks ago. I know we had a few hot topics, but one in particular, we started talking about why women date potential and why women literally don't listen or don't watch what a man does. They only listen to what they say. They go by what the words say, but not what the actions do. So
Mm-hmm.
we discussed also bringing on some guest panelists to talk about either their past experience, present experience, or just to give some insight on why women may have this type of issue with the people that they date. So I'll introduce the panelists because they're my friends. We have hailing from Rock Hill, South Carolina, Davida Currence. She'll be joining us. And we have hailing from Montgomery, South Carolina, Trametrice Brown. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on to the panel now. Can I get it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Did it freeze on me?
Nah,
Did,
they oh,
did it freeze or you can see it because it froze on my end?
I saw.
Okay,
There
there
we
we
go.
go. There we go.
There we
There
go.
we.
All
Hey,
right.
ladies.
Hello, hello. Hey, sister.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, sister.
Thank
Look,
you,
I got
thank
my
you.
wine for this talk.
Listen,
Got
Uh-oh.
my
I'm
wine.
feeling a
Look.
little bit under the weather, so I have some lemon tea, but if not, I would have had myself a roasted black. You already know.
Look. So
Yes,
I
it's
wanted to
good.
bring you ladies on to get your perspective or maybe some. Well, Adrian, let me let Adrian say it because he's the one who wanted to do this.
Yeah, man. So in a previous show, we was definitely talking about why is it that women listen to what a man says and not his actions? Because these were some of the things that I'm trying to figure out. Because a lot of times we see situations, right? We see
Mm-hmm.
situations as men, and we're like, "Yo, sis, he's no good for you. Like, why you staying in that type of situation?" Oh, well, he told me he gonna change. Oh, he told me this, but he steady doing differently from what he's saying. So it's kind of like I don't understand how women tend to stay in those situations. When a man ain't doing right. So I want to speak on it. Like I feel like even good brothers, they need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? They need to understand this. Also from a perspective of how to treat women too. You know what I'm saying? We all know that your actions and your words need to line up, but like, sis, like, why? I'm just saying.
So
Let's
who want to
talk
go
about
first?
it.
Who want to go first?
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Which I don't know if I should go first, but I'm going to go first. First of all, I think it's an age thing. Number one. Well, no, it ain't, because you still got some women in their 40s and their 50s doing the same thing. So
Adrian,
let me take that back.
over there.
I think
Get it.
Uh-oh, we
we
lost the
as
Vita.
Black women have
No, get
been
that.
conditioned to stand by your man, so
Mm.
to speak. So we have that. Then we also have when you start dating people, I'm talking about new. This is like teenagers, 13, 14. You know, you're still in high school, you're still in college. Nobody is doing anything at that point. So all you have to go on is potential. And I think what happens is as we get older, we don't transition. We transition in our lives, but we don't transition in relationships to it doesn't dawn on you, hey, he's 30, still living with his mama. Really? No, we should be past that. So I don't think a lot of people make the transition right away. So that's how come, women go about. We listen to what he's saying, not necessarily what he does, because if you think about it, when you initially start dating, you're young and dumb, as they say. That figure of
Okay.
speech. But at some point, as you get older, you got to start transitioning, not just yourself, because you as a person grows, but you have to grow everything around you, including your relationships. And that's one thing we don't do. We don't say, okay, we've now graduated from college. We're going to move into the next phase. So now you're 25
Mm-hmm.
and you're not only yourself, but you and whomever you're dating, because most 25-year-olds are transitioning. They're getting the jobs that they hopefully went to school for. You're working on getting your own car if you don't have it, your own house. But for some reason in relationships, we're still listening to this nonsense about, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that when I get older. Sir, we are getting older. It's time for you to start putting actions to your words. So we continue to date the potential versus sitting back saying, hey, he said he wants to do this. Well, what moves are he making to actually make that happen? And I think we just get caught up in that for too long, because by the time we as a woman wake up and be like, you know what, this is not working. We're in our 30s, okay? Because now we realize our clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have a family and only one of us, doing something that, if you substantially want to have wealth, he's still over here talking about he want to be a rapper and trying to make it into the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, sir. What is it that you want to do? And when are your actions going to start lining up with that? And women being the helpers that we are, because by design, we are the helpmate. We do what we can. Oh, we think we about to help him get his dreams on track. But it take us too long to realize we can't do it. He has to be putting in the work. And a lot of times they ain't putting in the work. All they doing is talking, just like you said. We listening to these words and ain't no actions lining up.
So, hey, fellas, also drop a comment if there's anything that y'all want us to kind of discuss, or you definitely want me to ask. But I think I got a good grasp on it. All right, let's backtrack here. Okay, so we've already established, right, that you listening to the words and not the actions. When does that expire? Because we know, like, if you really hustling, right, if you really grinding, you really chasing your dreams, like you losing sleep. There's things that you're sacrificing, right? So when does that story of I'm trying to do, this is what I want to do, which is quote unquote a dream, right? Because that's really what it is. Because if you don't have a plan to achieve what you're trying to do, it's simply a dream.
Yes, it is.
And because I work in this field, I'm here to tell you. So why? You know what I'm saying? Take it as a plug if you want. But okay, a man.
Hold on, Adrian. Before you get to that, let's let Davida answer the initial question first.
Okay,
and then we'll go to that. Why do women just date potential and not listening to actions instead of just words? Why she thinks so?
Not a cut and dry, but I think most women, it's they don't want to waste time. Their time has been wasted if they leave. They want to do. They're like lost. So you're just waiting on them.
Oh, her connection's bad.
So
she was saying, and I hear that a lot. We've been together this long. I don't want to have wasted my time. I hear that a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
So you telling me women, y'all telling me y'all will waste your high value years on a man that ain't got it. When you got men in the background waiting, some that be waiting patiently to try to get their chance, but you gonna wait and you lose your high value years wasting on a man that quote unquote got potential and telling you what you want to hear for 5, 6, 7 years. Possibly, hold on, let me finish. Possibly have a kid with this dude.
Jesus.
Till you finally realize he's not for you, and now you want that high value man that you should have been with in the first place. Help me make sense.
Okay, well, Adrian, first of all, not all of us do that. Okay?
No, I didn't say all. but we know it happens a lot.
Half is a lot. Half is too many. And it's probably more than half, if we want to be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why they waste so much time, because at some point you have to stop and think to yourself, I'm doing all of this because understand, the woman who wants the values and all the good things that, you know, is going to come along with this man, that actually his words line up with his actions. We all know it takes two to tango. So she has to also be a woman whose words line up with her actions. We all know that those individuals value two things: time and money. And ain't nobody trying to throw none of that away. So why we waste so much time, I'm not quite sure. I think it's because, and when a woman said she's I don't think she would, because I've heard it too, where they say, you know, they've invested a lot of time already. I think she's saying that from the standpoint of, yes, she's invested that much time. And I really think in the back of her mind, she's like, I don't have these many years to be doing it all over again as well. That's what I really think she means. But the sad part about it is that's tunnel vision. Because if you get with the one whose actions line up with his words, then there's no time that you're going to be wasting. You're going to really feel like, you know what? Thank him for getting out the way and wasting my time, because, you know, I mean, well, you might not thank him, but you're going to thank him for leaving. That's for sure. Right. But I think she means that she really doesn't want to put that amount of years into someone else and it be the same thing.
So
but that's tunnel vision, because you don't know what it's going to be like unless you leave the nonsense.
So you rather stay in a situation that's not healthy nor good for you because you're afraid to see what else is out there? Or is it because you're afraid to be alone?
Both.
Davida, I want you to chime in.
It's both.
I want to hear Davida.
I think the most unpopular opinion, that not even opinion, I think a lot of women wait for men to make the decision for them. And then it's like they leave, and it's like the situation where I could have left you a long time ago. I should have left you, and you waited on it. And now you mad at him for leaving. He was doing the bull crap a long time ago, but you were waiting on that potential to kick in because you do see the good in people. So that little piece of good, I think what women have to realize is every situation ain't the same and nothing is cut and dry. But just because a relationship didn't work out doesn't mean the person is bad or that man is a bad man. He's just not the man for you. So you got to come to a point where you realize your worth and his worth, and y'all can actually love each other, but you might not be right for each other. And at some point you're going to have to leave. And I think a lot of women stay for different reasons. Kids, you know, you've been with them this amount of time. And I think a lot of people equate like time spent, time wasted. Time spent equals time wasted if you leave. And not taking the lesson from what you've learned in this person. Some people show you who they are. We want to rewrite it for them. No. If that person didn't color that book and it's red, I don't care how much you want it to be blue, baby. It's red. Get out. The flag was there and you stayed and now you don't know how to get out. Your time is, I'm getting older, and you play that card. But in the end, we're gonna have to start saying, okay, some of this is our fault.
Accountability.
Accountability is a hell of a drug for some of us. Some of us,
But it's also the key to the choices that we make.
Right. And I think promises keep you praying that they change. You promise, and it's like, God, he said he gonna change.
No, so that's false. A man is not gonna change unless he want to change.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
All right, for instance, right, we see a lot of times where a woman, right, might stick around for that potential 5-6 years, then they split up, and then he gets with someone else, right, and then that potential comes out. And we see that all the time, and women, of course, don't like that and trying to figure out why she got the worst of him and why this person got the best of him. It's because he's not going to change unless he wants to. You, for whatever reason, didn't bring that out of him for him to see, feel the need to change. So you should catch that potential early, because he may have that potential, but if he's not making steps and progressing in a fashion to show you, you ain't it, boo.
Really? Number one, women ain't giving it enough time to figure out that potential is real. We jumping in these relationships, we chasing these. My mom always told me, she said, marry a man you love, but that loves you more than you love him. Because we going out chasing these men. Men chase who they want. I don't want to say it's always like that. Women can go, you can hit up on a man, but we're showing them our potential. And they ain't showing you the same thing. You're showing them you're a good wife. And they ain't showing you they might be a good husband. You're just feeding them. You cooking dinner, and you're doing all these things for a man that has made no commitment, or either told you that he even that's where he want to go with you. You've never learned this man. You don't know, you get in these relationships and you don't know this man is a real live narcissist or a real live crazy till you got kids and you 2 years down the road. You didn't even take the time to know this man's favorite color. So you're getting this because you didn't take the time in the beginning to figure out if this man was even your caliber of person.
Right.
So, okay, let me ask you, why is that? Because I feel like that is true. I feel like when it comes to a man, like, women explain their emotions, how they feel, right? But when it's communicating with a man, he's just surface level. And it seems like y'all accept that. So, because
remember, we talked about that. Women don't ask a lot of questions in the beginning because they're scared of the truth. They don't really want to know the truth. That's why you get those women. That's why you get those women on that show with Kevin Samuels who get their feelings hurt because he actually telling them the truth. It may be crass, but he's telling them the truth. Like, men are really, really simple. They actually telling you most of the time what they showing you exactly what it is that they doing. You just trying to change the narrative.
Or a lot of questions. They feel a lot of questions that make him
run away.
Because the questions that they're asking are holding him accountable. And if he's doing some shit he ain't supposed to be doing, he don't want to answer them.
Right. But here's the
thing: you have those people that don't want to give you too much information because they don't want to give you the option, or they want to make that decision for you. So it's like, I ain't gonna tell you the truth because I want you to still want me, even if
master manipulator.
So Wayne dropped the comment, I'm not a surface man, I can't relate. So you may not be a surface man, Wayne,
but you want to always like that, Wayne.
And not only that, right? So a lot of times when people get to communicate and get into talking, especially in those phases, right? Women talk about how they feel, where they are in life, the whole nine. Guys tend to keep it surface level. And what I mean by surface level, they give you what you want to hear,
right?
And they don't really give you much more unless you dig for it. And why don't women dig for that information that they obviously want to know?
Because they really want to see what they want to see. You want to see if they like this man.
They don't want to
understand that either.
I think, and it also goes back to, I don't want to be alone again. Like, he here, I got him a little bit. I'm gonna keep it easy.
You can make him who you want to make him in your head.
Right. In your head. Right. You done created a fantasy that don't really exist.
Yeah. You already getting married in your head. You didn't plan your children. You got your wedding dress picked out. and
he got 10 other chicks that you don't even know about.
But what
that you haven't
about
asked
those
about
women?
though? That you
But
haven't asked about.
Yeah.
But that's true. But what about the women who do ask all the right questions and she still only gets surface answers? And she's just taking it like, okay, well, maybe
Well,
it is what it is.
Women have
Because
something
there are some-
called discernment, and they got intuition. They know he gonna show you everything you need to see. He can say whatever he wants. He's still gonna show it to you.
Right.
Absolutely. That's true.
Watch
So-
what he do instead of what he say.
Yeah.
So also it is kind of how you say it. You know what I mean? If you're saying it in a nice way, you know, a guy's gonna definitely answer. If he's a high value man and he's looking for the same things that you're looking for. See, that's
Right.
another thing. You can't worry about a man that's not looking for the same thing that
That's the
that you're
problem.
looking
There you
for.
go.
So if you ask, you know, questions about, hey, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Or, you know, how is your life? How is your mental health? How, you know, if you asking those questions and he get offended, why would you even want to be with somebody like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm. He just trying to Netflix and chill.
Right.
I mean,
And that's my thing, because in the beginning, when you're date not even dating, when you go on a date, because I think people should date. You should date a person before you even. I tell people you should date everybody. You should date people you're gonna call your friends. You should date people you're gonna call your in-law, your everybody. You should date them, court them to see who these people really are before you make them a relationship with them. Every relationship should be vetted. It's like going into the military. Period. I don't care what you're doing. But we as women, men too, we take what we want to see and we turn that into what we need it to be. Not what it is, what we need it to be for where we are in that moment, where we are in our lives. We see this man. Everybody, my grandma used to say, every man ain't your man. So every man you meet, they ain't meant to be in your life. You might have just dated him and that was one date, and now it's time to move on because y'all don't match.
That's right.
We're playing matchmakers later on in life, and it's going, okay, well, let's forward it. God got to be done sent this man for me now. No, he don't.
Right. Because you put a time period on that.
Yeah, no. So I think we rush a lot of things. We don't get to know people. And we're getting into these relationships regardless of what they look like because we're rushing things, or we think it's a time limit, or we manifesting things that ain't truly meant for us.
Or here's the thing, because men do the same thing. You date the potential of the woman, or you date this woman because this is the caliber woman that you want, knowing that it's not going to work because you are not that person. And you don't find that out until you get into it, and you both got the tug of war going on, and you're trying to figure out why doesn't it work. Well,
and you're trying to wonder why your baby mama crazy.
Right.
I think so. A lot of times the situation is this, right? Okay, you meet someone, y'all start dating. Dates are cool. They're surface level though, right? Okay, y'all have a great one of these first few dates is a great date, right? Y'all end up having sex. Sex is good. So now y'all in the infatuation phase for probably about another 4 to 5 months. You know what I mean? And so now you start getting into that 6 months after, you know, and now you starting to see things about that person that you like, oh, I ain't noticed that.
Like,
now
time out.
Like, you got a kid?
I wasn't ready.
So now you're really getting to know this person.
Ooh,
and so at the same time, you're looking like, man, I'm like 9 months in, like, okay, let me try to see if we can work on this. Let's see if we can make this happen. Now you're a year and a half in, knowing good and well, you know, it's definitely not working. It's over. Ain't nothing I can do. Flag on the play. It is out of here. But now, once again, because why? You don't want to waste your time. You're still trying to make it work. And so then you find yourself 3, 4, 5 years deep, knowing after 8 months, it was a wrap.
You should have been gone. Yep.
You should have been gone. Like, you should have washed your hands with it, but you didn't. And now you real mad. You big mad 6 years later. And it ain't going nowhere. Let it go.
And you still not married. You still not happy. You still
Nothing.
And the woman is still blaming the man.
Still blaming the man.
Still blaming the man.
How?
Why?
Because he said he was gonna change.
Right.
What you talking about? Why?
Because
But he
what
told
said
you
doesn't
he
line
wasn't
up
ready
with
for
what you
marriage though.
did.
And that is a key point. Women
Mhm.
gotta stop when it is nobody has to be ready for you. You don't but you don't have to wait on nobody either.
Period.
You cannot make somebody be ready for something they're not ready for. And if you do get in those kinds of relationships, those kind of marriages, listen, there is going to be hell to pay because that person was not ready. That means, therefore, you better get ready for the shit storm.
Buckle up.
Sorry,
Buckle
y'all.
up. It's time to ride.
It's just being real.
That's
You don't have to wait though. It should be no animosity if someone's not ready to give you that relationship, but there always should be honesty.
Absolutely.
If it's honesty from the get-go, it'll cut down a lot of the craziness that
I think that's the problem.
It's like sometimes you just meet a person, you be like, you know what? I don't want a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. That person might say, well, okay.
Cool.
But people don't want to give people the option to tell
people
them
don't do that.
They don't want to give them the option to tell them no.
Tried it. They don't listen.
I tried it.
So you trick them into, all right, baby.
I think guys say the same thing. They tried and it don't work.
Yeah.
But men really, literally, I literally have tried it. Like, look, we just going, do what we do.
Yeah.
You go your way, I go my way. You do your thing, I do my thing. Shit, they be in the goddamn bushes.
And then, like I say, lay down the grass on your ass.
I don't know, man. I guess everybody go through that because I know the fellas go through the same thing. Heck, I've been through that same situation. I've been through that same situation where time go past and it's like, what we doing? And I'm like, what you mean? What we doing? We kicking it. We chilling.
We ain't doing nothing.
Right. What we doing right now is what we doing.
It's a constant check-in just to see where you are. I'll be married for 13 years this year.
Okay.
And I've actually enjoyed my marriage. I enjoyed my husband. We have to have constant check-ins. Now let's be clear. It's not marriage ain't for the weak.
At all.
We literally put work into this. Yes, but it is a constant check-in. Whether you are in a relationship, you got to check on people's mental health. You got to check and see where y'all are this week.
Yes,
you got to
Lord.
make sure, are we still in this? We good?
Together?
Okay, we still gonna be married this week.
You ain't filed divorce, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a constant check-in, and if you are not there, from the time you start dating somebody, what are you doing? Where are you going with a relationship that you have no communication, no, mental connection with this person, where you can tell their mood has changed or something has changed about them.
Oh,
hey man, throw that movie stuff out the window. I can tell you that.
Listen,
like, babe, you ain't ate today. What's wrong?
Absolutely.
You have to have that connection to have those conversations early.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be waiting and it be 10 years down the road and you be trying to figure out
who is this?
Who you in the bed with.
See, these young girls, all they think they gotta do is twerk a little bit and they good.
Yeah.
Husband got him. Like, oh,
okay.
Forgetting that he's a whole person.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like Davida said, marriage is not for the weak. And one thing you must do is communicate. But I think a lot of times in relationships, accountability is missing.
Yeah.
When you decide you're going to be in a relationship with a person, the accountability to make sure this person is okay needs to be there. It's like Adrian said, throw that fairy tale out the window, baby, because real life, it ain't Cinderella. It ain't none of them princes in the book that you seen. It ain't even Prince Diana and Charles over there.
This shit Mortal Kombat.
Before they killed her off. Exactly.
I think Ike and Tina.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a mix of Ike and Tina and the Cosbys. You got to win somewhere in the middle. Because you have to, your commitment goes a whole lot deeper than we're just going to be together. No, because like I said, this is a whole person that you're with 24/7. Now, all of a sudden, dynamics change. It's one thing when you're dating. And you only got to see them when you're popping in and popping out. But now you got to
there you go.
together. Baby, get you a whole life. It's a whole life because some days
Right.
you ain't in the mood. You don't want to talk. Some days she might not be in the mood. She don't want to talk. I'm a Scorpio, okay? Which I think I kind of reeled that in a whole lot over the years. But in the beginning, you know, ain't nobody got time. And some days you just don't feel like it. So a relationship goes way beyond we gonna be together. It's dirty diapers, it's children, it's jobs, it's bills, it's money. And when you throw all that in, because see, while you're dating, ain't nobody talking about this. Ain't nobody having the hard questions. But you're listening to this nonsense about what he wants to do when he grow up. And you listening to these words. That's what I said. Women wait too long. They stay in it too long when his actions don't line up with his words. Because let me tell you something. If his actions ain't lining up with his words in the beginning, baby, you got a long way to go for stuff for 1 and 1 not to be 2. No. We got to get our simple math right before we start doing complicated math. So it's a no. But I'm just going to say, sisters, the ones who are out here still listening to some words and his actions ain't lined up yet, get your life today. Okay? Stop listening to this nonsense. If what he does is not what he says, it's time to move on. And you can't be afraid. And that is why a lot of people don't. Because they're afraid. But I can tell you right now, you know, once you're going to take that leap of faith and land wherever you land, if it don't kill you, it's going to make you stronger. Facts. Because life is about choices. And you're going to get what you choose. You got to make better choices. You just got to. Both men and women. You got to make better choices.
I tell people all the time, you can't make nobody tired.
No.
You got to be tired yourself.
Exactly.
I can't be tired for you, baby. Either you're gonna be tired of what you get, or it's gonna continue to the years gonna continue to pass by. And
I think a lot of it too is like Didi was saying, the master manipulator. Now they're gonna waste your time. A whole lot of it. People need to start. What you need to do. People need to start. Like I said, stop lying to yourself. Because I think a lot of times we see and we know, and nobody wants to admit that. Hey, you know what? Like Adrian said, 6 months. You knew 8 months in that it wasn't gonna work, but here you are 6 years later, and now you're mad. Why?
Probably because they didn't want somebody else to win.
And they ain't winning nothing but what you losing, which ain't shit.
Women do that.
What? Hold up. Speak on that. What?
Child.
Speak on that. I don't understand what y'all mean by that one.
By when? So some women go in and they know it's another potential woman that has been in his life. So, or that he may be infatuated, or just she thinks he might want.
Okay.
But you don't let go, or you stay with him. So you the number one. You're winning.
Right.
When I don't want to be no number. I want to be the only.
Boy, that is the dumbest.
Thank you.
I ever heard in my life.
But listen, it may be dumb, but it is dumb.
It is the truth.
That's how a lot of men keep women that know about it,
that know
about each other. Yep.
Because somebody got to, I'm this and I'm that. Somebody got to win.
He coming home to me at night.
Dumb. But you know what? I said in high school, I ain't played the game. I ain't played games ever. There's no time. I told this one girl, I said, if you can get him, you can have him. Because that means I don't need him anyway. And that has been my motto since 10th grade. Don't play with me. If he wants you, go on. Because that means he's not the one for me.
Just leave me alone, please.
Yeah, because I don't have time. The last thing I'm about to do is be in a competition with somebody that don't even compare to me. So, no.
Can't compete where you don't compare.
It's a no, baby.
Man, what?
It's like I say, I don't think this topic has a cut and dry pinpoint. We be all over the place because different people stay for different reasons, different relationships. Everything comes in play when People
Yeah,
think you
'cause
should stay because your parents was together all their life. So you got kids by this person, so you should be together.
Mhm.
Girl, if you don't get the hell on,
Some of them think they can't get nobody.
Well, why did
Self-esteem is low.
you have kids with them in the first place? Why was you with them in the first place that long when you knew it wasn't working? So why you go there?
First of all, what do we go back to? Some women, you pregnant in 9 months.
Right, because when you do grown folk stuff, grown folk things happen.
Well, my best friend said she call it keep a nigga baby. That's what they be trying to do. I ain't never
Ain't
in
no
the history.
man gonna stay for no kid.
In the history of nigga, make no man never stayed because of no baby.
Oh my God.
No man ain't stay because you had his baby.
Yeah, they run faster.
Now some of them do try to do right and stay for their kids. Some
and it's
do.
just as miserable.
Yeah, and they gonna he gonna stay there miserable till the kid is older and then he out.
And then the same
screw up the
thing
child.
that was gonna happen happens. Now you just
Inevitably
got an older child.
Right.
And you ain't gotta work because when the baby turned 18, he out anyways. So now you're really 40 or 50 trying to get yourself out there on the dating scene.
Hey man,
go sit down with them gators on. No.
When it comes to dating, women had an upper hand in your 20s. Like, okay, because think about this, right? And I've said this on the show many times. Men mature later than women do, right? I mean, we pretty much know that, right? So women tend to come into their own, early, mid, late 20s. Guys usually start coming into their own late 20s. Like they start kind of figuring some things out. So when a man is in his 30s, that's usually, as far as, what is it? Your financial peak actually is in your 40s. So you starting to mold who you are in your 30s. So if you're seeing the guy for who he is, like he's showing you, if he's a go-getter, he's pretty much showing you the path that he's going on. Whereas like they like to say, women, y'all getting y'all 30s, is like y'all value starts to go down. Why you gonna waste your good years on a bum?
Yeah. True.
I don't know about them other hoes. My value going up, baby.
Right.
Stop.
There must be some
Absolutely.
West Coast shit.
There's some different kind of stock over here.
Right. I would say our stock is going up, but I will say your 20s are some years that you don't need to be throwing away. Like you should have had half your life, if not your whole life, together by then. So,
well, y'all have the upper hand. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all have the upper hand in your 20s because
though, that was, it's a different set of people. And
well, I think
now.
back in the day, like because women in their 20s, like that's I want to say the value is in the fertility. I would say that, like if you're trying to have a family, make babies and shit like that, because in your 20s you broke as hell, you ain't got no job, or your job is minimum wage or something like that. You really don't know what the hell you're doing as a 20-year-old female. You probably in college or something like that. So I would say the value is in your fertility.
Hold on, let me change this.
That's right.
Let me change what I'm saying. You guys have the upper hand because that whole potential thing that you're talking about, that's when you date potential, is in the 20s. Because the man will be telling you what he's trying to do, but also he'll be showing you by his plan. He's going to be going forward. So in your 30s, like a man should be moving. He ain't got to be balling out of control, but he should be moving. A man in his 20s, you see what I'm saying? Like he might not know his potential. And a man in his 30s pretty much knows his potential. He knows what he can pull and what he can't. A man in his 20s doesn't. Like I can tell you, in my 20s, I ain't know. I didn't know. I did not know at all. I didn't know that I was a high value man. I didn't know any of that in my 20s. I didn't know it until my 30s. People had to tell me I was high value, and I still was like, yeah. And not all guys, but a lot of guys in their 20s that are high value or have the potential to be high value, they don't really know that. Unless, you just some beautiful guy, right? Unless you just some drop dead gorgeous guy or whatever that women always like. You see what I'm saying?
But does that make them high value because they're gorgeous?
No. Meaning
I'm just trying to figure out what what does the high value mean? Does that mean dollar signs or
no?
Because I know Kevin Samuels coined this phrase, and I'm trying to figure out what does high value mean.
So no, it's more of a self, like a self-confidence, like I know I'm something. Whereas other guys might be like, okay, I'm on the verge, I'm handling my business, but as far as like that, oh yeah, I got my stuff together. Like, nah, man.
Because I think for men, when it comes to being ready for a relationship, they put a dollar sign on it. They want to make sure they got a house, a car, they got money in the bank. Yeah. So for them, that's why he's using the term high value. He didn't know.
Well, Kevin Samuels used high value as in a 6 to 7 figure man. That's why I was asking specifically what he meant by that term in particular, because we've talked about Kevin Samuels a lot on the show. So I just wanted to make sure.
And then too, like, because you got to understand too, especially in my early 20s, I didn't see the potential of being that, right? Being that type of earner. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't until I'm getting in my 30s and I'm making that it's like, oh, okay. All right. Well, actually late 20s, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Whatever.
This guy. And I think a lot of women don't understand that men don't really care about what they make. They don't care about how much money they have, what their career is. They don't care. No. They want to make sure they're nurturing, they're comforting, they are compassionate, they're peaceful, they're non-combative, they're sympathetic. Men want a woman. They don't care about no money.
No. I don't need you to have the same type of emotions and feelings that I have. That's no. That's out the door.
That's into her. That's what she's looking for. Period. The end.
But the roles have changed now. Women are wanting to be like men. They're wanting to take on, the perception, the persona, they want to be how these men are. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this money. They want to be that. I don't want to be that.
And that's why they can't figure out why they can't get married.
That's why they like you want to overpower. And we just had a conversation about being submissive. Submissive does not mean you being dominant. Submissive means a man submits to you and you submit to him. That's what being submissive is. And I don't think women we trying to turn over a new leaf that don't need to be turned. It's like you're still supposed to be that nurturing, womanly. You're supposed to be, the woman of the house. Let these men be men. It doesn't mean that you can't make your money, but we need to take a step back and reevaluate some things that we got going on in our head. You don't have to take on the man if you've been, done wrong by a man, so you just gonna jump out here and you gonna do the same thing. You don't have to do that. You turn that leap to where you just be a better woman. You don't have to try to be the man. Right.
If a woman wants to be the man in the relationship, that's perfectly fine, but she just need a beta man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the man and then want the type of man that you want. That's where the real issue comes from. You can't be the man and want an alpha. It's not gonna work. Sorry. It's just not going to work. And also men need to step up. Men need to raise the bar. They need to raise the standard again. Because men fell off for a minute. They fell off and they weren't stepping up to the plate where women had to be the alpha.
True.
So I think now that the tide has changed a little bit, there's becoming a battle between the two.
Right.
Because women don't want to give up their reins that they had to have for so long. And men are like, wait a minute, I'm coming back to take my power.
And
but where's the power dynamic being changed up?
Do this.
Yeah, like where's and women don't trust that men are going to stay around long enough to maintain that control. So there has to be a conversation had across the board between men and women in the Black community specifically that changes that power dynamic back over, because men have not been there for Black women for a long time.
It's like, can I trust you to take this back?
Yeah,
because our generation don't look out there and see men like our grandfathers. Because they ain't that. What they at? We look
well, and then we can't really compare.
Hold on. Look what you just said. Look what she just said. She said our grandfathers. She didn't say our fathers. She said
that's
grandfathers.
That's the comment in here. But our grandfathers, we can't keep comparing ourselves to them either, because that whole dynamic was different too. Our grandmothers depended on them for everything. They couldn't even buy a house, get a credit card, get a bank account, nothing without them. So that comparison has to go out the window. We cannot keep using that comparison in these relationships now. Because what grandfathers was doing, they had to. Our grandmothers didn't have a choice. I'm quite sure if they did, they wouldn't have stayed.
Well, here's the thing, though. No, our grandmothers did not have a choice, but our grandfathers didn't have to do what they did. They could have been like our fathers and just running the street.
Well, most of them were.
Some of them did.
They had whole other families.
They had whole other families.
Exactly.
Oh man, where they do that at?
But if you, he said, "Where they do that at?"
I don't remember that.
So that's why now today we look out here at relationships and we like, what's going on? I think everybody is just trying to do and find what works for them. And that's basically what it's going to boil down to. It's going to be what works for you and what works for the one that you with.
Right.
Absolutely.
Nobody's relationship is going to be the same. What works for one ain't going to work in my house because you ain't you're not my husband's dynamic. You're not me.
Right.
So I can't tell you, how to, keep your man or do for your man. You better learn that man, honey. You better ask that man how you keep him.
And that's what's wrong with relationships today. You know, back in the day, baby, they put on Luther. They took time to see what you like.
Men do that now too, but that's to learn you to manipulate you.
There you go.
Oh man, see, I thought we was here, but then
ugly dudes that don't nobody want.
Hey, women do the same thing though. They learn. They see it all the time. You like flowers. Listen, a man you don't have to tell a man nothing. You know why? You done told it all on social media. Let's be clear. You put up all these videos, these memes, got these pictures of flowers, what you want. That man just met you. He come to your house and he bring you every type of flower you like. You think that's the sweetest thing you ever seen in your life. And it could be. But you done already told him on social media what he needed to bait you.
Yeah. Or you could have just told him in the conversation. My mom used to tell me, don't tell a man everything about yourself. Let him learn something on his own. Because
let him ask you.
Exactly. Because you'll find out how into you he is if he has to get it from you. But if you throw it all
and what he
out
remember.
There, right. If you throw it all out there,
what he got?
How hard he got to work?
He got you.
But that's the thing. That's the problem in a lot of relationships, though. Don't nobody want to work hard. Everybody
that part.
Microwave relationship. You want to put it in the microwave and let it pop on out. That ain't happening. You gotta warm it up.
Now I think you should work smart, not hard. You shouldn't have to, go. If it's gonna be, it's gonna be. You shouldn't have to jump through hoops, for nobody too much. You should, try your best, but some people are doing the most. Oh, he proposed to me at Pizza Hut. Well, did he propose to you? So what are you looking for? You need to tell that man what that wasn't good enough for you.
Right.
What are we looking at? What standards are you setting? What are you telling people? You can have a man that actually loves you to death, but we're difficult too.
Oh yeah.
Very.
Sometimes we gotta
look. It all
look.
comes back to honest communication. Because here's the thing, like we said in the beginning, a lot of people are afraid of running them off. When what you really need to do is have honest communication. Because if you too high maintenance and he don't want to be bothered, let him go. If he too high maintenance, because I'll tell you right now, if you too high maintenance for me and I don't want to be bothered, brother, get to stepping because you too much, I can't. But a lot of people don't want to be open and honest about that. It's the honest communication that has to happen. Like everybody got to stop telling people what they want to hear and tell them the truth.
That's the problem.
Everybody can't do that.
Everybody trying to please everybody. That's a social media issue. That's why you can't disagree with anybody on social media without it becoming some big uproar. Because you're just supposed to agree with everything. Nobody wants to hear something that they don't want to hear. Everybody's opinion's right. Everybody has something. You don't want to have a gender. Oh, you don't have to have one. You're right. You don't want to be, oh, you're right. Like everybody's right. And if you don't agree with that, everybody about to argue. Or you getting canceled. For real. That's just the way social media is now. Everybody get canceled.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not trying to get you on my side. What you believe, what you believe. What I believe, what I believe. I mean, it is what it is. But like you said, I think sometimes you find that. I can remember dating or, you know, having like a 3-hour conversation with somebody and realizing you ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, and like you a cool person, you seem like a nice person, but you ain't for me. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think sometimes we struggle with that because sometimes you look at what people are on paper, right? You realize like the personality is not gonna mesh, but you see like, oh, okay, they doing this, they doing that, they got this going on, that going on. So you like, okay, like on paper, this is a good match. But y'all personalities is just straight clashing all the time. And you can't figure why, you know, two smart, attractive people can't make this thing work because they ain't no fit for you, boo.
Yeah. Because you checking all boxes, but them throw that goddamn list in the trash, man. Throw it away.
You have to understand, you might have just made him or her a better person for somebody else. And you have to be okay with that.
Right.
Let them be okay
Lord.
with somebody else. It is nothing wrong with molding and being molded into the person you need to be and moving the hell on.
For somebody else. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm trying to figure out this issue that I keep seeing pop up with women. And I'm speaking specifically to women because I haven't experienced it with men personally. With women, I don't want to call them cackling hens, but I just did. Getting in these circles, single women, giving all this advice about what a woman need to do to be in a relationship when they can't keep a man or get one. I'm just utterly confused. I will post all types of shit on social media. And I always get these groups of women coming on with they dissertations on what women need to do in certain situations. And I'm like, do you even have a man? Have you even asked the man what he want? No. Because you got all this information that you haven't applied. I'm confused.
So I have a question on that. Why does that happen though? Why does a lot of times women tend to assume what a man wants instead of really getting to the understanding of what he wants?
Because they're trying to tell the man. I'm like, how you telling him how to do the relationship when he like? That's why you single. Look, it's starting to piss me off.
I'm just saying. I mean, because I've had conversations, right, and that always happens. Well, if it was me, I would want this. If it was like, but, and we're talking about trivial things, right? We're not talking about huge things. We're talking trivial things, and it's like, but he ain't you, and that's how he likes it. So why are you going back and forth on something that he likes and you can't understand why he likes it instead of saying, you know what? Okay, that's what he likes.
That's what he like.
That's what, I'm a cater to.
I don't know.
None of us are this woman, so that's why we don't know. And I find it quite funny because at the end of the day, why can't you just take what he says?
Or it could be a certain topic just about like a woman uplifting a man. And they could take that like, well, I ain't doing that if it ain't my husband. That's why you'll never get one. How the hell do you get to a husband if you're not even willing to uplift your boyfriend? How does that work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Because
I'm listening.
Okay,
I want to hear this.
Until they give you, until I get that ring. Well, baby,
how you gonna get
usually there? Before you're supposed to learn your relationship before you even get that ring. So if you're not on this, trying to lift him up and he's not lifting you up, how did you get to the altar? And why would you want to be there? This starts on day one of the relationship. It's supposed to be an uplifting, kind of feeding you, you feeding me type of thing, to see where that goes. If it's going anywhere, it's supposed to be constant while you're dating, while you're learning each other. It's always supposed to be uplifting. I'm puzzled with that.
I feel like every time it's always the woman acting like the man's supposed to do all this stuff for her.
Heavy lifting.
Roll
Right.
out the red carpet, treat me
Right.
like this.
I've
I'm
literally,
like,
So why?
how?
Yeah. So that question, because men don't really say like a woman want me to be like a husband, to her, but women say like, oh, he want me to be like a wife. So why is that? Like, why do women expect a man to do husband things for them while they're dating, but don't expect the same in return? Don't expect that of themselves. You want him to take care of you. You want him to buy you things. You want him to wash your car, even when you date, all of those things. Like, oh, he being a man, that's what my man's supposed to do. Okay, that's fine. But on the flip side of that, you like, man, I'm cooking for him. He want me to be like a wife.
Sweetie, you are auditioning for a role that only he can hire you for. He gets to choose who his wife is.
See, but I'm baffled.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't be doing husband things.
Right. If we're gonna do husband and wife things,
we both doing them. But what I'm saying is like I feel like women always feel like they should be like a man should be doing all these things for them, and there should be nothing in return. I'm like, but how do you become a wife? Like, we don't get to choose to be a wife. We get to choose who we date and who we sleep with, but we don't get to choose who we become a wife to. Yeah, we can say yes or no.
Yeah, but
a whole lot of women sitting there single as hell, waiting for somebody to propose to them.
So I guess, because what I'm saying, Davida, is women say, oh, I'm not doing that because that's what a wife does. But a lot of times those same women want men to do things that what a husband's supposed to do. And so my issue is like, why is that? Not to say that because we're not even talking about if they're working on marriage or not. We're just talking about in a relationship, a man is doing those things, washing your car. Like, it's okay for him to do that. But if you feel like there's something that you're doing that's wife duties, oh, he ain't put a ring on it yet, I'm not doing it.
What are we dating for?
I mean, it's like certain things on both ends. I don't think you should be going all out for, until you know that person is like the one. Like dating wise, it's certain things. No, neither one of y'all should be doing.
No, I'm talking exclusive dating. I'm sorry, not just exclusive dating.
Okay.
You working up to that. If it's exclusive and you guys know that you're in a relationship and this is where you're going, this should be some. Yeah, it's training day.
Then what's the problem? Exactly.
That's the point I'm making.
We're trying to figure out, can you cook, honey? Can you wash dishes?
Can you do laundry? Date.
Sir, can you do this? That's conversation wise. That's conversation you guys need to be having about who, when we get into this, can you fix a car, or we got to take it, or you got to take it to somebody? What's going on? Can you fix a tire, or you gonna call the tow truck? But I understand what you're saying now. Okay.
Well, I just think
we good.
At the end of the day, don't date anybody you wouldn't marry. Because
Thank you.
wouldn't have a problem. Because if you see this man as your potential husband, what's the problem? If you see her as your potential wife, what's the problem? So
the problem is getting there.
That was my response. I said you should be dating with a purpose anyway. Like, why would you just be randomly? First of all, at the age that the person was, I'm like, you should be dating with a purpose anyway.
Yeah,
but some people, have started not to, regardless of what age. Marriage ain't even in their 4K.
Well, she brought it up. I just made a post, and I was like, well, why are you dating the motherfucker anyway? If you if you ain't trying to help him build a future, ain't that a part of your future?
Right.
Nah, man, that's not how this works.
But he can help you with yours.
Of course.
Some people don't understand the purpose of dating. Number one, you should date with a purpose. Number two, you should not date anyone you would not marry. Because what is the point of dating? Aren't you working towards something? Ma'am, you can't be the only one with goals at the end of this thing. This man has goals at the end of this thing too. So she just needs to go sit down.
They ain't dating.
They just fucking
ruin and going out to eat.
Fucking in free meals, fucking in free meals, fucking in free meals.
Women still got men in their phone as food.
Free food. Baby,
Oh,
if you
man.
can't pay for your own food, you need to go get something else to do with your life.
They bored. They want that free meal. You catch on to that real quick on that one.
They can have my Cash App. The man send me Cash App every day. I don't know the man. He just send me money every day for lunch.
What?
I don't know why. He just do. I
That's
told him to stop. He won't.
Are you kidding?
No.
Hey man.
no, she not.
Hey man. He trying.
He crazy.
He's a
Listen.
sweetheart, but I don't.
He trying. Look,
You have to know.
he trying. Okay. He
He's a
trying.
stalker. And you have to be careful of these stalkers.
I didn't give him my Cash App, Nikki. He went on my website and got it.
That's what I'm talking about. Stalker.
He trying.
No.
He
sir.
trying.
He needs
Shut up, Adrian, your petty self.
Hey man, this man out here shooting his shot and he
Right.
trying.
Okay. So Didi, come back to this
Yeah,
man is shooting his shot like hell. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, like Steph Curry. What's up?
See,
Don't do that because he might be watching.
listen.
Shut up, Erica. Look, she talking
Shoot.
about, look at Erica.
Personally, I'm just trying to figure out.
He's shooting.
There's another one. Here we go, Adrian. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
So you have these men
Y'all got me
Uh-oh.
sweating.
with women. I
Or is
think
it
it's
the
the
wine?
caliber. Like women and men, they set these standards of, oh, this is the kind of man. He got to have this. She got to have that. This and that. And a man that you describe dogs the shit out of you, right? But you got this man that comes in, or this woman that comes in that doesn't fit what you say they should look like, and they treat you like everything you can ever imagine.
Steve Urkel versus Stefan Urkel.
Right. I'm finna go and sip my tea on this.
So basically, I mean, people are attracted who they're attracted to. That's just what it is. Like,
Well,
you
let me
can't
be
even
clear.
say,
The guy that shoots his shot is not ugly. Let me just clear that up. He's not ugly at all.
And I'm not saying actually ugly. I'm not saying he got to be.
He's just not her type.
It might not even.
I don't have a type, but I would date him. I would date him.
I
Didi,
think women
don't do that, Didi.
Women
I would.
do.
Didi, you got a type. Like,
Yeah.
don't do
I
that.
do not have a type at all.
You got a type.
So
Like,
do
don't
you
do
Adrian,
that.
stuck
have you
on-
seen my baby daddies?
Stuck on.
Stop it, Didi.
Have you seen them?
Didi, you got a type.
I've seen
How? Thank you.
Hold up. Some people slip through the cracks.
Trametrice, have you seen all the guys that I've dated in the last 10 years? Have you seen them?
Yes,
Do any of them look alike?
No.
Not even close.
Don't do that.
Not even close.
Yo, she got a
I
type.
don't-
She's right. She's right.
She got a type.
Where?
I'm
She
back.
got a type.
Not even close.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that. All right. Yeah.
So what happens?
Oh,
What-
back to
what you
okay.
mean?
So
Oh, with the women that
Women, men.
Oh,
you
they-
have these
they-
that want to date you.
well,
And-
because here it is. The thing is, most people always want a certain thing, but that certain thing doesn't ever treat them how they really want to be treated. They're always out of their league. Always. The person that looks like what they think they want treats them like shit. But the little ugly dude or girl will do anything for them. The fat chick, she gonna give you all her lunch money. But that's just how it is. Like, and that's why Kevin Samuels always say, "You a 5. You 5 at average. You average at best, and you trying to jump to a 10." Nah, baby, you got to stay down here at that 5 in that little area. You can get everything you want.
So I'm gonna speak on men for a second. So when it comes to what you just said, we are visual creatures. So
And we are.
y'all are, but I think that
No ugly dudes.
that's what I'm
think
talking
women
about.
are-
Debbie got see, you got a type, Didi. You got a type.
No, he just can't be ugly. But I ain't saying nobody I dated wasn't ugly. But go ahead.
Okay, we see you gotta act like we talk. So you know what? Whatever. Anyways, so men are visionary, so meaning like I feel like women may take a step back or two here and there, you know what I'm saying? Whereas men, like, we not. So if a man is a 6, he probably dating a 6 and above. If a man
I agree with that.
Yeah, if he's an 8, he's dating 8s and aboves. Like,
I don't know,
8,
because Amari
Passing
Hardwick's wife
fours
is not
and
cute.
3s and 2s
Right.
and 1s.
It depends.
but you know, hold on. But let's take a step back though. They've been together for a very long time.
I don't give a damn. He wasn't ugly never in life.
But I'm saying, see, that goes back to this goes back to when he was in his 20s before them power and all them days.
But he still wasn't ugly.
Not saying that. He ain't know his worth then though. That's what I'm saying.
I got to see how long they've been together.
Oh, they've been together for a long time. Yeah. Because I think.
But you got to take into consideration height too. Height matters. It does. Height matters. You gotta put that in there.
Sister, I agree with you.
Yeah. I'm tall. I'm 5'9". My husband's 6'1", 6. You know, he got to have height on him or something. Because what would I look like?
The matchmaking lady said only 12% of black men, men in the world, 12% are only 12% over 6 feet tall.
Listen, when you're dating, sometimes you have to set some standards. You know,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I thought I was crazy because I didn't want to date nobody short.
All kids, that's what we needed. You know,
ain't nothing wrong with that. Like,
Nikki, don't you do that? Because I was like, oh, what's wrong with him? Why y'all don't want to date? Why you don't want to date him?
Yeah,
No.
Get her.
Well,
Get her. Oh yeah, get her.
I may have said it, but I understood why not. Because I don't want nobody to look at me.
I know good and well Justin Thornton is not in these commenting. He's supposed to be on this goddamn show. I can't with him. Our co-host talking about I'm 6'5". Petty. Really? He petty.
I just think, I know, I see what Adrian is saying. You know, visual creatures, and, all this and that.
But Davida, what about the men? They nice looking guys, and then you go back in their history, and you like, well, why your baby mamas look?
You shuffle that notebook.
Hey man, I think every guy got a female or two that they dated that you definitely gonna say, really though?
What happened?
Hey man, at some point you did not know your worth. I'm trying to tell you.
I agree. I agree with that.
I've been married a long time, and we got married young. We met young. We married young. I knew his worth before he was vetted.
See, look at this.
Young,
but I want y'all to see this comment.
Been together a long time. 5'5".
Now see.
But wait, that's why that matchmaker said she quit matchmaking for black women, for women. Period. She said because every woman that came in said that they wanted a man over 6 feet tall.
You 5'5", like,
and only 12% of men in the entire world.
You 5'5". You should be 5'7" and above. You should be all right.
Everybody got that dream of somebody picking them up. You want this man that can pick
them short ones now. Them short ones be listen. Oh, Jesus.
Now you know what? I don't know, but a lot of times the shorter women are the ones that really like, I can't date a guy unless he's this tall. And you'd be like,
yeah, I don't have no list.
This big.
Yeah.
Y'all better throw them lists away. Y'all gonna miss out on some good men.
I'm big for my age. I don't know what that means. I'm big for my age. Yeah, I mean, is that a woman term? Y'all help me out.
No.
She said, let me know what that means. I'm big for my age.
I don't see it. I'm big for my age.
I hate y'all. You know what? This calls. We supposed to be off by now. I'm gonna pull another.
It's a joke. Okay.
Oh.
She said it's a joke. Y'all, I don't know. She big for her age.
You drunk a whole bottle of wine, but never mind.
No, I ain't finished it yet. It's still in the cup.
It's still.
Lord.
But back to it, I think it's going to be different strokes for different folks at all times. Women are going to stay as long as they want to stay. You can't make a woman leave. You can't make a man commit.
Nope.
We're going to have to do a lot more communicating, especially, in relationships, no matter what they look like, and leave when it's time. When your time is expired, it's like milk. You smell it.
You smell it, but you still.
And everybody wants that fine chocolate, handsome. Like y'all don't want them problems that come along with all of that. Like everybody want that, but don't nobody want the issues that come along with all of that.
I got mine.
Give me a one that's just a little ugly.
No, man.
Baby. Because
No,
listen,
man.
they just start treating people bad too. I done seen it. You see some fucking them. They don't care. They got I'm cute mentalities now, honey. They would treat you like a dog.
No. What happens is they start to find themselves in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? They making money now. They can dress a little bit now. They feeling themselves. So you know
right.
where you might have overlooked them in their 20s. Now you looking at them like, I might be able to work with that. But a lot of women are saying they might be able to work with that now. You see what I'm saying? Hey man. Hey, that's why you gotta
them up
men
the confidence with their little
right.
glasses.
Got them a little money, little ugly. That's what we call them,
You
little
dressed
ugly.
up little ugly.
Little ugly. Hey man, I'm just saying.
Just kidding.
And that's the worst. As a man, the worst thing is when another dude say, "That's you for real?" Like, ooh,
You pulled that?
ooh, like, bro, what you? So no, real talk. So this happened to me before. So you come up to the barbecue and it's like, "That's you?"
Not
like,
the barbecue.
Right. You like, "That's you?" Like, bro, that ain't. Okay, she's nice. Oh shoot. Okay, she nice. Yeah, bro, that ain't. Okay, I ain't used to you dating somebody look like that.
You've been
Okay.
pulling some ugly ones. You've been bringing.
So it was like, oh, okay, she's nice. I was like, oh man, that was a check to my ego. I'm like, dang, he basically saying the girl I'm talking to ain't cute. Yes, knock the wind out. Like, oh,
but
she ain't cute.
Was she good for your soul?
He was good for the night.
So I mean, so she was nice.
See,
I mean, she wasn't unattractive, right? But I could get what they're saying. Like, she wasn't cuter than me.
a list of qualities versus traits.
I can't believe I just said that.
Adrian, I can't either. You see my face. So what was her qualities versus her traits?
She just seemed good on paper. That was really it. But it wasn't gonna work. Plus, she was too insecure. So that's another reason why. Because with someone that's a little bit more attractive, sometimes them insecurities kick in a little bit too.
Listen, I've known more pretty girls with insecurities, real bad insecurities, than you would say unattractive women. Pretty women.
Okay. Ugly chicks be having the confidence out the world.
They have confidence, but it's something about them.
Hey man, I don't know, because sometimes, I don't know.
Insecurities come in many forms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
A lot of like, she's pretty in the face, but she got something about her she ain't gonna let you see, because she thinks she's supposed to be. Women think they're supposed to be perfect, and it's like you'll do anything for that to make a man want them instead of doing it for yourself. I don't listen. Do whatever you got to do, but the insecurities come in, and half of the men don't care about no stretch mark. They don't care about some of the stuff that women think they care about.
They don't care what they stick their little Peter bone in. They don't care.
But you got.
Yes, we do. We do care.
No.
For the moment,
care.
Care which hole right then.
We care.
Most men don't.
Most men do.
OnlyFans tells another story.
That's the truth.
Most men care. Most men
DMs tell another story. The shit that be coming in there, I know they done copy and paste that shit all over social media.
Oh my goodness.
But it is an insecurity for a lot of women and men that men don't care about. But it will turn a man completely off for you to have that certain kinds of insecurities.
She said she made a list of things she couldn't tolerate.
There you go.
But let me just say this one thing.
Hold up, I want to hear some of that list.
Yeah, because
I want to say one thing.
Because some things are hard.
I agree, but I think, and this is from my life experience, I think certain things I won't tolerate from certain people, and certain things I will tolerate from certain people.
That part.
So it depends on the person. That's all I'm gonna say. And I will say that the things that you say that you'll never do, life will smack you in the face with that very thing.
Never. I always
Just
say,
saying.
people say, you can say never, never,
No.
never.
I had somebody in my family who used to always say, always, this was her mantra. I ain't gonna never be no single parent. We a family. We gonna always be together. Guess who's a single parent? I said, you think that people grow up and say, I'm gonna be a single parent one day?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, shit don't happen that way. Life happens. You better be careful what you say you ain't gonna do.
This is true.
That's the quickest way to get humbled.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sips tea.
So it's definitely good to know what you will and won't tolerate.
Yep.
But just be clear that one thing that you won't tolerate, God will send that one person to you that'll make you tolerate that thing.
Yeah.
Or consider it.
Right. That part.
No jail. This is her list.
Oh no, I'm already over this.
You're probably gonna be single for a long time.
Not married.
Well,
I mean, no kids. Hold up. Well, first off, how old?
How old is she though? Because
yeah, like give us a
20s.
Well,
right.
I mean, I can get with this. I can get with this list. But why you need your own medical insurance, babe? Because that shit is high. I understand.
No kid. Hold on. That's why I say
especially kids. Listen, kids
no
is
kids.
A damn situation.
Well, I hope he's not married.
Well, she's
40. Oh, she gonna be
got
single
some good things because
she about to be single for a minute.
She married.
It's a wrap. It's over with.
She's not gonna be single because
she's not married.
Happily married.
She said. So what? How you got a goodbye?
Why do you have a list? You got a whole husband.
Right. No good. Goodbye.
I hope he got. I hope he got medical insurance. I hope he didn't have any kids outside of you.
He ain't.
Outside of her.
What was the point of that? I thought it was a single person waiting to get. Okay. Anyway.
So how tall is your husband?
Shut up, Adrian.
6'6".
She
just so we don't know her for her to be joking like that. Like we literally don't know her, so we're like really taking the comments as serious. Anyway, next.
Listen, this is how I got my husband.
With that
with that list, I don't know how you got him.
Well, he's a black unicorn. He was 40 with no kids, so hey.
No, we don't know how long they've been married.
Right.
2 days. It doesn't matter. 2 days, 2 years.
He didn't have kids.
Fun.
Lord Jesus.
The only reason, and I get it, like, if you don't have kids, you probably don't want somebody with kids, right? I would assume
I think that's okay.
If you have kids, I would want you to.
That should be something you do consider because going into somebody, the man I call my daddy, and nobody can tell me he married my mom. My mom was married to my sperm donor biological. My dad came in, I was 11. He got married to my mom when I was 12, going on 13. It was 4. My mama had 4 kids. He never treated us no different. That is a situation you don't take lightly when you're going to a relationship with somebody's kids. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's the kind of person.
Did he have kids when he married your mom?
Yeah, older kids too.
Okay, so he was already a father, so it was easier for him.
Yeah.
Now,
it was easier for him, but we was hell. So no.
Stop.
Somebody coming in your house.
Hey.
But I think a person that you're dating, if you have children, and I just think you should date somebody with children so you know how they are with children. Because it's kind of hard to monitor or see how that is. How they gonna be with my kids if they don't have kids? I don't know how they are with kids.
That ain't necessarily.
No, I'm not saying for everybody it has to be that way. I just think it should. If I'm dating somebody, I want somebody that has kids, so I know how they are with their kids. That may not be for everybody, but for me, at least 1 or 2. Let me see how you handle your kids, so I can be like, oh hell no, get your ass out of here. You ain't bringing that shit over here with mine. We don't do that over here. Because everybody's parenting skills are totally different. Like everybody don't have the same morals and values in raising kids, especially if you don't have kids together. Like merging those 2 things together, that's a lot.
That's true.
That is a lot.
So
she said they got married in their 20s. They had 1 kid together later. Okay, that's rare. That's what's up.
Sure.
That was 20 years ago. Lord, believe me, them standards these days, these motherfuckers out here crazy. I don't know what the hell. I told y'all the dating pool got pee in it.
And a
Here they
couple
go.
but then a couple of poops.
Stop it. Really?
Everybody got to get out. We got to clean it out, child. Did you not see my speed dating episode?
She said it's got pee in it.
Oh my God, Adrian.
It was horrible.
Was it real? Oh
It was
my
horrible.
God.
You would if you seen it, you would have thought it was a setup, but it wasn't.
Kidding me.
I was like,
Well,
people
what they get
texting
these
me
people
like,
from on the
is this
Bachelor?
for real? I'm like, yes, I'm sorry. I can't touch you back. I'm trying to pay attention. Yes,
Hey,
he's
man.
rolling a blunt live on the show.
Okay.
Yes, he's outside riding his bike in traffic. I don't know why. Does he have a house? I don't know.
Real life.
Are you serious?
You saw him in his element. There wasn't no element of surprise then.
Is he for polygamy? Yes, of course I am.
Yes, it was a classic episode.
Does he eat ass? Oh God. How did you ask that question?
Hey man, Justin asked those type of questions.
I was like, what?
He didn't say no.
He didn't.
Okay. You know what?
I should have had wine on that episode. Shit. That was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay.
And how you don't have the answer to the most obvious question that you're going to be asked. What is the perfect date? If you were going to take her on a date, where would you take her? How nobody had the answer to that question?
So what
And that goes to show you when people say dating, what they mean. Actually.
Exactly.
Hey,
and that's what's wrong. That's why we're talking about this topic, but that's why we're talking about this topic because nobody knows what dating is supposed to be.
No.
But okay, so
It's everybody's fault though. It's women's fault and it's men's fault. It's actually we've learned to say, that's okay. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like me. I'm an intimate type of person. We can go to the park. I like picnics and I'm a football mom, so I do a whole lot of football. We can go out of town on football and have a ball. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of money, but people don't know how to spend money, not spend money, make it intimate where you can have a conversation. They want to go out to eat where they don't have to talk minimum. Or hey, this is gonna be let me come to your house.
Take me, Adrian?
Netflix and chill.
He said something about
right.
He wanted to take me to a park or something.
I don't know. It was weird. I can't remember.
I was like, I don't even like being outside.
Exactly.
And he didn't even ask you that, did he?
He knew me. I grew up with him. My whole life, my entire life, since I was in like elementary school. I'm like,
it was weird.
But he don't like you
being outside.
Dating is simply the process of getting to know each other to see if you are going to become one, possibly. Exactly. Like that's all it really is. So it's like,
no, that's what it should be.
Well, that's what it is, but we have overcomplicated the process. So, for instance,
basic.
Right?
No, it's either basic or it's not. It's either somebody wants to do some shit for social media and takes it over the fucking top and it's actually fake, or they do the bare minimum where let me come to your house.
We can go to the gym.
Either there or it's we done got pee in it. We got pee in it.
We can go to the gym.
Man, y'all tripping.
I got a movie theater right here. Right upstairs. Like, what talking about?
I would hate. I'm the one that's so happy. Like, I tell my husband all the time, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with this shit. I am. I would never ever. I'm not leaving my damn marriage for this shit.
Listen, I'm like, why me? Lord, why did you do this to me?
To get, and no, I don't know it all. I don't claim to, and I don't claim to have the answers, but I know good and damn well
that you don't want to trade.
People better get their shit together.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
That's
what I get for fucking up in my 20s.
Like Comedy Central. Like y'all got to be kidding me. Some of the stuff people go through, or do, or say, or
Listen, child.
I mean,
These dating streets.
but
you don't. You can't
it's
judge it,
social
though.
media. Social media really
It's
makes
social
people think
media.
you gotta do like this over the top,
top.
extravagant. Like, no.
But
Yeah.
some women,
Social media.
make it like that too. On social media, you got to have this. You better have that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they
And you
ain't got
can't
shit.
offer it.
And
But
they
you
ain't got
can't
shit.
offer it.
Ain't
Hey,
got
man.
shit.
Can you take this man on the same kind of date you require?
No.
No.
Because
Heck
they done show,
no.
I think they had a
Can
video
you
with
buy
a
this
guy.
man the same kind of bag you asking for?
They had that video. We did an episode with a guy act like he left his wallet during the date. And the girl was so mad that she had to pay for it, calling him broke and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, but he's supposed to pay for the date. Like, you gonna curse the man out all up and down because he act like he forgot his wallet. He didn't. And then at the end, he was like, I just wanted to see how you was gonna react.
See, that's crazy.
Like,
Because on the first date, I'm taking you somewhere cheap. I'm just letting you know that. We ain't balling that. Like, I don't. Why was I gonna ball out when I don't even know if I want to be with you? Like, I done
but why
that.
not ball out? Because you want to eat good. It ain't even got to be about her because you just want to go to a nice place.
Nah, I ain't taking you. I go by myself.
How about you might want a second date?
How about you
Not
ditch
yet
it?
again.
I mean, I'm gonna pay for it, but
I always
I
offer to pay for the date anyway.
I
But
don't.
I don't
I'm
want
just
you.
saying.
I don't want to feel
So,
obligated.
Get
So for-
mad if
no.
a man asks them on their first date. Everybody pay for their own shit. Now I say if she asked him on the date, she should pay for
She
it.
should pay for it.
okay,
Yeah.
let's stay right there. Let's stay right there because
Yeah.
that used to throw me. Whereas, especially when I was dating, I have a young lady. She'd be like, yeah, ooh, there's X, Y, and Z going on. I want us to go, and they have X, Y, and Z. So you thinking like, oh, you invite me? Like I was chilling, you invited me out. You want to go, but you done planned this whole date that I'm supposed to pay for. Like I thought if you planned the date, you invited me out, like you were gonna pay for it. I didn't invite you. I didn't even know anything about this. But now I gotta pay for this whole entire date.
But don't that go back to what we talked about earlier? Communicating and asking questions. You should have asked her.
Well, hold on. Whoa, it only happened to me. That wasn't nothing that frequently happened.
You
But I mean,
you asking me on a date. You paying, right?
but I mean, I just thought like if you
Right.
invited someone on the date, that's just me thinking.
You're bad for thinking.
I guess
Yeah,
it
because
was.
it's like if I say, "Hey, I want to go to this concert. Do you want to go?" That would mean I'm gonna get the tickets, right?
Right.
That's what I would think. That's what I would think.
Everybody don't have home training, y'all.
That's true.
Clearly.
And see, my mom always told her, "Don't expect nothing from no damn body."
Well, like they
No.
say, common sense ain't common.
So
But you
common.
would think if but that's
No,
like,
when I go out with my
ask
friends,
you to
we
go.
pay. It depends.
It
I
depends
pay
on
for
what
my
friends
friends.
you're going out. Yeah.
Right. It
It just
depends. Like
depends.
I might get it. They might get it.
Right.
Like
ain't no. Listen,
when,
that's a whole different. That's a
I'm
whole
not.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I'm
friends
finna do.
already
That
know.
check come right. That check come. We all like. I ain't going out with nobody that's like that. That when the check come, it's like, oh, I got this. I just got some Coke and water and some.
I'm like, just
some
put it on one
mm-mm.
check here.
One check.
I mean, if you
like,
can,
nah.
We
you
can-
got
we
it. Like,
can-
no,
we-
everybody don't have it like that, but if you can,
Yeah, we split it sometimes. Sometimes it's my whole.
yeah.
I don't got no friends gonna say, "Oh, you ain't paying for it," or no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't got
time.
time. I ain't got time for that.
No.
That's not what's going on over here. Like,
But I do
you
think if a
nitpicking.
female asks you out on a date,
That's different.
she should pay.
That's friendships. This is a courtship. We don't even know where the hell this is going. This is a acquaintanceship right now, a situationship.
So I used to use it though.
This.
I used to use it. So how I would use it is like, okay, if you was really interested in me, right, really trying to get to know me, and I say, hey, can we meet up for coffee? Like, if you're really interested in me, that's fine. But if you're not interested in me, you're gonna say no. So it's like, oh, well, I would give a shot. Like, okay, well, you don't want to get coffee, then
well, I don't
You
drink
know, how about-
coffee, but
okay, right. So it's okay. I don't even drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. So I'm just gonna get some tea.
I would just
But,
be happy to
okay.
be going to meet you somewhere.
Right.
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 That's
It
the
didn't
whole
matter
point.
what I was going to.
Okay. Right. So it's like, okay, well, let's go get some ice cream. Oh, you don't want no ice cream? Well, what would you like to do? Oh, well, we can go to Ruquist. I ain't going. No. I don't know you like that.
Tell them you don't eat steak.
I eat steak.
Yeah, it should start off as a friendship, but it's a difference between going out with my friends and going out with somebody I potentially want to sleep with. It's totally different types of vibes. So yeah, he gonna be my friend, but we gonna be doing some old unfriendly shit eventually.
Stop it.
That's the difference between friendship and you courting somebody.
Right.
You know them before your ass do some ungodly shit.
Well, sometimes you meet folks and it's just, oh Lord. Mm-hmm.
That's how you end up in a
clouds your judgment
situationship.
Right.
Tell me about it.
Y'all wilding on that one.
But hey,
But I do think if a woman asks a man out, she should pay. Now, if you out, then
well, Adrian, you was dating a broke girl, so that don't count.
What?
Because men don't care about money.
That's your problem. She had a fat ass, and that's all you was worried about. Where's Debbie at? Debbie's supposed to be in here today. His wife, Adrian's wife.
I don't know. She maybe little Adrian ain't trying to go to sleep.
Oh, she be having some good stuff, man.
I'm with you on that. You got to know who you're dealing with. Going out, in all this situationships people be having going on.
Yeah, you better know what kind of shit you. That's what I
you better ask questions on who paying. You better ask questions on where you going. If people just have to learn to talk, and when the shit don't sound right,
I'm just taking. I'm taking control. I would take control right off the rip. This where we going. This is what's happening. So if you don't like that, then I'm cool. That was my process of elimination. Oh, you ain't cool with that? Peace. All right, I'm good.
A lot of men aren't taking control like that, though. They want you to come up with everything. They want you to plan it, schedule it. Like they want you to do everything.
And I'm not, because I am not the secretary. No, I'm not fixing to plan my dates with you, sir. I need you.
This one right here broke her whole ankle because she would not get out the car until he came around to there and opened that door. Broke her ankle, get out the damn car. Waiting for him to open the door, and she stepped out the wrong way.
You should have got the hell out that car.
No, man, we got standards over here, and we are not going to lower them. Period.
And some people have things that just are
deal breakers or whatever.
I'm getting the fuck out. I
hate feeling like I'm trapped. Like, bitch, I'm opening my goddamn door.
It's certain things that I need my husband to do, or I want him, But I'm so independent. I was raised like that. I was raised, and he's gotten on me too about being as independent as I am. Some women are, we can be too independent, and I was raised by my mom when my biological left. Then I had a man who comes in and shows us what a man is. He took on 4 kids. We ain't never wanted for nothing. We ain't never had that question of thing. So in meeting Jay Young, he exhibited everything I needed at a young age. And he's always progressed to be exactly what I needed. I know he want to choke me sometimes because I want to choke him after marriage. You know what I'm saying? But we work through everything together. And I think a lot of people forget how to communicate. It ain't always easy. It ain't always cut and dry. It ain't always, pretty what you have to talk about. Because when you get to certain ages, you think about, you marry Adrian, you got family, she got family, you got family. And there comes a time where you get so much older. Finances, families, we done already had his dad passed. You're dealing with a lot of other shit. So going into this relationship stuff young and staying with people, it's a lot of weights you have to carry that you didn't start off with. So being young and vibrant that's your time to actually have these conversations as to where you can process. Okay, this person is a crazy ass, and I can get out right now. Or you gonna be with this crazy ass during some of the hardest times of their life. They say you're supposed to see a person in their seasons. You know, when they're mad, they say the financials and all this stuff. You're not gonna be able to go through this stuff with somebody who's not mentally prepared early on. I know 19, 20, 21, you having fun, but at some point you got to be ready to get your mind together as to where your future is going. Who you gonna spend it with? Some people ain't even ain't thought about that. But you getting in these relationships and the long haul. That's a whole nother realm of being a grown up.
Yes, Lord.
Everybody ain't ready for that. And the things we do now, the relationship you're doing, even the little dates you're going on, prepare you for that long haul. You ain't
all on one night stand prepared me for such a time as this. I'm sorry. It's the one.
I'm super sick of you. I'm super sick of her, man. She get on my nerves. But
shit.
Anyway.
So crazy.
Anyhow, get y'all shit together. People, women. Know your worth.
Oh, guys.
Know what you're getting yourself into. And you're gonna have to go from there. I don't everybody, ain't nobody got it all figured out. Everybody's still going and living life, but
I think on that note, we're gonna have to start wrapping this up.
Yeah, because I'm sick of her. This corner right here. But I thank y'all for having me. It was so much fun.
We thank y'all for joining. Y'all were awesome. Oh man, what great insight.
Thank you for having us.
All our battle buddies that tuned in, we really appreciate y'all. Monica, Erica, Justin, who's supposed to be our co-host, but he's in the comments. Maquella, DJ P Nam, Joy, Juan, Crystal, Jen, all of y'all, everybody tuned in. Daniel, we really appreciate y'all every week. Y'all join us next week. We'll have some more topics. If you have anything you want us to talk about, let us know, and we will definitely discuss them. Adrian, what you got going on this week?
Same old, man. Doing personal development training. Actually, my son's birthday is on Sunday, so
my daughter's birthday is Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I gotta start preparing for that. But you know what? We're gonna have to do this with the fellas, man. I think that we might have to flip it on them and have the fellas have the same type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? See if y'all ready for that.
That'll be good. That'll be real good. Yes, definitely. I don't really think I have anything. I got a video shoot coming up Friday with Money Train. He's doing a track star cover video shoot. That'll be dropping here soon. Of course, all Core Queen apparel is 50% off till Friday. So go on the corequeen.com website and get your apparel. Check me out on all platforms, the Core Queen. Got some videos out there if you guys need some motivation. And that's about all I got going on. Y'all ladies got anything y'all want to announce? Y'all got coming up?
SanajChateauBeauty.com. Y'all check it out. Go to our website. Get your lip gloss and your lashes.
Yeah. No, we just we just shut down football. So
Just said I'm taking a break.
You chilling? You getting a break?
Chilling. I'm trying to book flights.
I know that's right.
Hey,
I know that's right. All right. Well, we will catch y'all next week.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.